Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, 1990 NBA Dunk Contest finalist Kenny the Jet Smith. I remember that 90 event. You were terrific. You were skying all over the place.
Man, thanks for having me. But how did they give Dominique that? He did the same dunk 3 times. If you do the same dunk, you're going to get the same score. But hey, man, happy to be here.
DA, take it away.
Well, the ceremony was delayed, and understandably so, but at last, the Hall of Fame class of 2020 was enshrined. And what a class it was, led by Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and of course, the late, great Kobe Bryant headlining the 9 inductees. There was tremendous poignancy with Kobe's inclusion coming so recently after his tragic death. And it was a night that none of us are going to forget. Guys?
Thank you, D.A.
And Karis LeVert, a 4-year player at Michigan, and he's been nothing short of sensational since breaking out with the Nets. The only issue has been injury for him, Kenny.
Yes, he slid a little bit in the draft due to injury concerns, but his ability to step right in now as an elite defender has probably separated him and got him on the floor. And now, offensively, he's putting it down.
And we saw how much better the Nets were a year ago when he was healthy as opposed to when he was out. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, D'Angelo. And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Harris comes in for Taurean Prince. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Here, out of hand on it. It's 2-on-1. All going up court. The dunk with the foul on top of it. So strong.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Baseline try. That one misses. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Launches it. And Layman pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 5. To the right side. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Culver. Guarded by KD. So Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And Harris wide open. He shoots a three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. And he gets it to go.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Nets leading by 3. Crawford looking over the floor. Goes up on the wing. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. So it's Minnesota now.
Kenny, you and Mad Max, Vernon Maxwell, made. I got so many stories about Vern because when I used to work in Houston when I was an undergrad, I used to hang out with him.
Oh, man. You got stories then.
Wasn't always wise, but which backcourt partners top the list for you these days?
Harden and Westbrook are at the top of the list, obviously because Curry and Klay Thompson is hurt. But, you know, Lillard and McCollum, you know, even though they didn't have a great year last year, they're right still at the top. After that, it's up in the air.
I would, and I consider him a guard, but I would put Tatum in there with Kemba.
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, it's hard to see. I think of Tatum as a 3.
As a 3. That's true. But they play him and Brown
together.
They
play them together,
with Hayward. So
Minnesota making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Dinwiddie passes to KD. Shoots. That shot off. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
Should be an interesting game as these teams don't see a lot of each other being from different conferences.
Right. They'll meet 2 times this year, East versus West. Let's see which team can enforce their style of play.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Olsen. No good off the back of the rim.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Minnesota shooting looking a little out of sorts early, 37%. Wayman pass to Olsen. Shoots over Dinwiddie. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Culver passes to Olsen. No good from outside.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter. Got to the hands of the defense at this point.
Dinwiddie outside. And it's lights out with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, Junior comes into the NBA as a first-round draft. Kenny, as a former point guard, how would you construct the perfect shooting guard to complement your game?
My game?
Yep.
Oh, all you got to do is be on the floor, baby. Yeah, you're going to be
Let
good.
it happen.
You're
Just
gonna
let
be
it
good.
happen.
Let it happen. Now, for me, I love guys with a high energy guys. So that's why I love playing with Vernon Maxwell. Just guys that had high batteries, because at times I would kind of get too cerebral in the game. And then he would pull me up and just make me emotional in the game. So I like guys
a dog,
like that.
right?
Just emotional game
right,
instead of
right.
I'm reading the situation and this guy's over. No. Just play hard.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because my guys, John Starks, is the same exact way. He was just a great competitor. Like, the moment never got too big, because he always felt like I shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
They've got Evan Turner, Malik Beasley out there with lights out. Then there's Towns, and it's Spellman in at the power forward position. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Timberwolves were fined last season for resting D'Angelo Russell on the road in a nationally televised game. Minnesota said, we're a player-centric organization that's focused on learning and optimizing our players' bodies. Guys, they do seem willing to pay a fine here or there to protect their players' health. Back to you.
Well, as a player, how couldn't you like that? Always watching out. David, thank you for that one. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Olsen. Towns trying to get open, and the three is knocked down. Deep ball good, and a nice shot from Olsen.
And this team is high on the prospects of Junior's career. They continue to make him a bigger and bigger part of their rotation. With how he's produced, who can blame him?
They keep giving Junior more time on the floor, and he keeps rewarding him, Greg. Next step might be a place in the starting lineup. And it's Turner off the drive. The rebound by the Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Rebound, Brooklyn. LeVert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Irving against Turner. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 10 points. Well, we see rookies like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton who chose to play in the Australian League rather than college basketball. Kenny, is that something you would have ever considered had you been in their shoes?
Well, no. I don't think I would have ever been in their shoes, honestly, because my thought process would have been totally different. But I do understand how some players will opt for that option, but also it's taking a huge gamble. And, it's going to probably work out for these two talented young players, though.
And the reality is, most of the guys that have done that, it didn't benefit them. Because what people don't factor in is, you're a young kid, you're going to live in a foreign country, different culture, you're going to be around people you don't know, and generally, you don't get to play the game you played in high school because you're not the focal point. So it is a tremendous risk, and most people don't get to see you play to get to the league.
And you watch Taurean Prince and how valuable he is to his team for a couple of reasons. Number one, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He defends at a high level, and he can really stretch the floor.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Olsen passes to Towns. Towns is doubled. Dinwiddie with the steal. Inside, LeVert, and it's sent back by Turner. Beasley dishes to Turner. From outside the arc. No good from Olsen.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
What a dynamic player Junior has been for this team, leading the way in 3. Yes, 3 stat categories. And, Greg, you talk about being a monster on the stat sheet. Look at those numbers.
This team loses so much when he's not on the floor. The way he can just take over in multiple areas, Junior is an absolute force on the floor.
Bucket is good, and that's a And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'm taking the key right now.
We'll tell G when he comes back.
Fellow PG, we got to let him in.
Yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. And, Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet, huh? As brilliant as he was, he is just as amazing off it.
And, you know, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. Rare gift, and I'm glad he could share it with us.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead for him individually.
Left side, Towns. Here's Spellman. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
You can tell Karl Anthony Towns is about the team. This guy's solid at working the basketball around.
Rejected by Olsen, and they'll keep possession. And that one is good. Timberwolves trail by 8. Towns, the pass to Olsen. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
The Timberwolves hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
That is good from Olsen.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Here's KD. He's got 8. From deep. Here's Harris. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the score. Group substitution here for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Taurean Prince. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Minnesota also making some changes. Omari Spellman has come in for Johnson. Culver comes in for Evan Turner. And lights out subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Harris. And it's Crawford. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
When you look at the balance between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
The Timberwolves have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Both free throws good from Olsen. Coming into the NBA from college ball, wasn't the top recruit from his class, Greg, but he showed what he can do.
Junior had some fantastic performances during his college career. Nobody was quite sure where he would land in the draft. This team's convinced that he can be a factor in the NBA.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Timberwolves have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And he makes the first. So he gets them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. Pass to Durant. 1:14 left here in the third quarter. And then Allen slams it in.
There's nothing like a big man with agility. Jared Allen operating well in the pick and roll right now.
Olsen passes to Towns. Can't cash in from close range. Nets leading by 11 to the inside. And KD throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost. They stretched. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.